Could gaming as we know it be changing forever? There's a lot going on in the gaming world that could really change the landscape moving forward for the years to come, and gaming may never be the same ever again. Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. A couple of different things I wanted to touch on in this video specifically. A lot of talks going on in the gaming world lately, and the first thing is going to be E3. Now, E3 obviously has been around for the longest time, since the 90s, but I don't know if it was actually there since before I was born or not. I think it's as early as 94. It's been around for quite some time, and E3, for me personally, I never been there, in person, but just watching it online has always been a really, really cool experience. And there's a lot of people that have, obviously attended, and it's just always been a huge kind of moment every single year for the gaming world, right? It's where a lot of things get announced, whether it's games, new consoles, different kinds of hardware, all these different things, hands-on with some games that are upcoming. All these different things. It's just kind of like a huge celebration for the gaming industry. And for the past few years, with the state of the world, the pandemic going on, things have shifted. Obviously, with E3, there's been not really any in-person kind of E3 happenings going on. And there's a lot of people that feel like E3 is just going to diminish, and that it's just going to basically dissipate. It's not going to be a thing anymore. And there's other people that think that, it could still survive online. There's a mixture of opinions and thoughts and all that. The fact of the matter is, E3 definitely changing again this year as they're going fully digital. So the announcement actually reads, due to the ongoing health risks surrounding blank, which I don't want to say on YouTube because sometimes they tag your video, and its potential impact on the safety of exhibitors and attendees, E3 will not be held in person in 2022, reads a statement sent to IGN by the ESA. We remain incredibly excited about the future of E3 and look forward to announcing more details soon. So the ESA are obviously optimistic about the future of E3, especially in a digital realm. And it seems like a lot of things are becoming digital. A lot of things are becoming less in person, especially with the state of the world, but not just that, right? I think that is kind of helping catapult it forward, but the whole idea of a metaverse, right? And there's a lot going on with that. Part of it is going to be NFTs, which we'll touch a little bit on, but there's a lot going on with the whole idea of the metaverse. If you've ever watched the movie Ready Player One, that's essentially the direction where a lot of companies want to go with. Mark Zuckerberg even saying that, they want Facebook, the company, which they renamed to Meta, not the platform, not the social media app, but the actual company, right? The company name was also called Facebook, and then they changed it to Meta. They want to include more of a metaverse kind of, vibe, for lack of a better word, right? Kind of that's the direction they're heading in for the future. And then, of course, Microsoft, Bill Gates, a lot of different companies that are kind of headed in that direction with this all digital kind of future where they feel like everything is just going to be like, we're going to be gathering together in a digital kind of area in like virtual reality or something. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. Like I said, my only best idea is, that the long-term goal is probably going to be something like Ready Player One. That's the best I got. And it sounds like it's far-fetched, but it's really not. Even Walmart came out with some weird kind of thing where it's like shopping in a virtual reality Walmart store, and then you actually check out and it gets sent to your house or something. I don't know. It's really weird. It looked really gloomy, though. I will say that. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's crazy the direction we're heading in. So with E3 2022 going all digital, it's like, okay, that's fine. A lot of us, for me personally, and I know a lot of other people watch from home anyways, out of all the people that participate in E3, there's only really a chunk of people, right, out of the whole gaming community that actually get to attend in person anyways. But obviously that is part of the vibe too, right? Even as someone watching from home, you're seeing the crowds react live, and there's a certain energy to that, right? I've always played music live a lot, and there's a certain energy that you get from playing a live show, playing in front of real people. And it would be kind of similar in that way, right? Where you have an audience there that is reacting live in the same environment, in the same building. And that's something that you can't really replicate the same way over on digital. So yeah, it could be changing definitely, but I don't think E3 is going to go anywhere either, because it's still an event that I think a lot of people enjoy participating in. At the same time, we've seen other companies drop out and do their own thing, EA, PlayStation. So who knows, right? E3 could look, pretty grim in the near future. as far as the metaverse goes, like I said, there's a lot to that if we start digging in super deep into that kind of realm of things, we're going to be here for a long time. But I do want to touch on NFTs very, very briefly. I wanted to make a video kind of going more in depth with this idea, but let me just be very vague about NFTs. So a lot of people, I think there's a chunk of people that are into NFTs and they understand them and they enjoy them. And then there's another chunk of people that I feel like they don't really fully understand NFTs. You know, those are the kind of people that would say, you know, oh, look, I right click, you know, and save the picture or whatever, the JPEG. And it's a lot more to that. Now I'm not like a hardcore NFT, like pro NFT guy, and I'm not like a hardcore, you know, anti NFT guy. I guess from my perspective, I'm somewhere kind of, you know, I guess somewhere in the middle where I see some good arguments on both sides. That said, you know, that whole realm of things can obviously cause some complications. That's a very big topic that we could get, like I said, way more into. But the idea is that there is a lot of companies that want to move in that direction, right? In the direction where they're creating digital items that people can actually own. Because if you think about it, at the end of the day, even games that you buy, you don't actually really own. You're just licensing them. But with the way NFTs work is that when you buy them on the blockchain, you actually do own them, right? It's not as simple as owning a picture. Like there's a bunch of data attached to it, right? And so at the end of the day, you're owning that item and you have full ownership, and you could either, you know, sell it for more, you could trade it. There's all these different things, right? Now, there's a lot of people that are abusing NFTs, but there's some people that are doing it in a good way. Like, I think of the band Avenged Sevenfold. You may be familiar with them, but what they're doing with NFTs is they're creating a bunch and they're, of course, selling them. But with them, they have these really cool band perks that are attached to them. So you could end up having tickets for life to shows, you know, VIP kind of passes. You could end up having personal guitar lessons, drum lessons with their drummer. Like, it could be anything, right? There's so many different possibilities. They have these actual real perks attached to them, and I think if there's one group that's doing it right, I think it's them. I think there's a lot that they're doing, and they see also that there are people that are abusing it, and that's why they're so committed to trying to better inform people about the, you know, realm of NFTs, what to stay away from and what to look for. Now, that said, obviously, if game developers start doing it, it could become a very shady practice if not done correctly. That is definitely true. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot to it on both sides. I don't want to get too much into the whole conversation. The point being is that with NFTs trying to be introduced, right, with a lot of companies kind of heading towards this direction of a metaverse, right, this kind of digital universe that people are going to live inside of. I mean, we kind of already live inside a digital universe to an extent with the internet, with, you know, the way online gaming works and all that. But imagine way more in depth, way more immersive. Like I said, for, you know, the other extreme end of the spectrum would be something like Ready Player One, right? If you want a little bit of an idea of what a metaverse would look like, you know, full blown, that's the perfect example. And again, it might seem like it's very far-fetched, but technology is advancing very quickly. Technology is moving forward at a very rapid pace, and I don't think it can be that long till we see something like that. Technology, just in the past 5-10 years even, has just drastically improved. I mean, look at just even the past few years, right? Look at all the phones that get released every single year that, you know, some of them don't have like massive upgrades, but some of them, you know, have some pretty substantial upgrades. You know, just 5+ years ago, we didn't really have, you know, facial recognition the way we do now. We did to an extent, but not the way we do now, and as fine-tuned as it is now. There's just, like I said, the point is that the advancements are happening rapidly, and I think generally speaking, gaming seems to be shifting with all of it. You know, whether you're a fan of the direction it's going in or not, it just seems to be one of those things where it's just is what it is. And it's like, you know, in one sense, it could be unfortunate. You know, I don't know how I feel about a whole Ready Player One universe. It sounds cool at first glance, but then at the same time, at the end of the day, is it going to be as good as it kind of seems in a movie? You know what I mean? There's a lot of pros, there's a lot of cons to both sides. So, like I said, gaming seems to be changing, it's shifting, it's doesn't seem like it's ever going to be the same ever again. And quite frankly, you know, I do want to say this one thing. That's also why I'm a massive fan to this day still of Nintendo. Nintendo has been true to what they are, providing, you know, experiences that people can really enjoy. They've always been, yes, they're a business, but they've always been about trying to make people smile, right, at the end of the day. And that's one thing that I feel like differentiates Nintendo from a lot of companies, and why I'm such a big Nintendo fan, and why I've been a fan since I was a kid, and still to this day. So, you know, I do appreciate that there's still companies like them out there. There still are, you know, they're of course still innovating, you know, every single time, but they're not following the trends. So, you know, at the end of the day, there's going to be companies that may not follow the trends, but a lot of the large companies, like I said, seem to be moving in that direction. You know, Facebook, you know, becoming Meta, they want to move in that direction. Microsoft, Bill Gates, a lot of big companies. So I don't know. And then with E3 going all digital, things are different, man. Things are very different. A lot of things have changed just in the past 2-3 years. It's crazy. So I just wanted to talk about that topic really quick here on the channel. Let me know what you guys think about it all. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more gaming content. We talk about the games and play the games here on the channel. And let me know, where would you like to see gaming go in the future? What end goal would you like to see? Would you like to see it go full-blown Ready Player One? Would you like to see it kind of remain similar to what it is now? What would you like to see in the next 5, 10 plus years? Let me know in the comments. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you guys very soon. Another one. Till then, game on.